Yo, big up yourself. Get out. Big up yourselves and welcome back to the channel. I haven't been on here for a few weeks, mainly because there's been nothing to record and I'm getting used to working back on my own. It's boring, man. It's boring. We're getting there. We've picked up at work now, thankfully. I know it was a bit dead last time I did the last video, but yeah, it's picking up nicely. And yeah, we're at work, we're grafting. We're getting bits done and hopefully we can get some more content out there for you soon. In today's video, we're back down at the community centre by me, just upgrading bits really. We've got an extra camera to wire in Cat 5 from one end of the building to the other, so we've got to take ceilings down and all that jazz. We've got some strip lights to change, we've got a light switch to move, and I don't really know what else, but the bloke gives me a list every time I come down. So there'll be plenty to do. Hopefully we get some footage and a decent video for you. Today's video is sponsored by Tradify. If you don't know what Tradify is, it's the app that we use to run our business, from quoting, invoicing, chasing invoices, keeping customer databases. It's nice, but yeah, it's really good. If you haven't checked it out already, I will leave a link in the description where you can get a free 14-day trial, which, if you are interested or if you're not sure about it, it is well worth clicking that link, because the 14-day trial, you don't need your card, you don't need any details like that. They're not going to take any money. You can literally just try it for 14 days and see how you get on. But we love it. Hopefully you love it as well. If you do, let me know. Also, at the minute, they've got a very good offer on where if you use the code taxyear23, it gives you 50% off your first 6 months. Not 3 months with JLC50, 6 months. So that's a massive saving. So if you do check that out, use that code, save some dough. If you're watching this video and that code's run out, you can still use the code JLC50, which will give you 50% off your first 3 months. So yeah, big up yourselves, big up all my new subscribers, big up my members as usual, legends. Run the ting! So first job I've got to do is change a faulty dimmer. I have been before and bought a BG dimmer, but they're 100 watt maximum, where the Schneider Lissy that's already in is 250 watt max, which is what we need. LED dimmer nice. So I'm going to get this undone from here, he says. First job down, and you can see that does those in there. So the next job on our hit list, we've got to change that, and we're changing it for a JCC Skypack 4-foot LED fitting. So we'll get that changed, and then this door here is not used, so the switch I'm going to be moving, well, I'm going to be putting a two-way in. Basically I'm going to trunk up, come across the ceiling, well, top of the wall, oh, and then down and put the switch there next to the door that they use. Nice. So I'm going to go and find out where it's fed from now and get the power off. So power's off now. Look at that. Nice. Power's off now. I'm just going to take this old fitting down first and see what we've got to play with. Honestly, I don't know how these people work on their own. I just get bored. Really bad. It is bad. It is. Off, will we? Right. Oh, nice. In here then all we've got is a switch live a switch live and a neutral, so I'll get them disconnected, whip this down, get the new one on. Let's get this up. Done. Easy as that, just chuck it up. Still trying to get in there. Yep, that's done now. It can be powered up, but I'll show you the switch first. For our plan here, this is the switch that turns the light on at the minute. So I'm going to take this off. I'm going to mount a plastic pattress over there. I might have to move it over a bit of filler. I'm going to trunk straight up. I'm going to put some fire clips in the trunk in, come across there, and then down somewhere by this gas pipe here. There's a beast in it, look at that. But yeah, it'll probably come down, tight up the wall here, and the pattress and that can go there with our new switch two-wayed from over there. There's a keep fit class turned up, having a party, so I can't record because they've got the tunes on. BRB. Hopefully you can't hear Tom Jones in the background. Hope so. If you can, sorry YouTube. So switch I've mounted over there. Now this upright here, what I'm going to be using is the sticky back trunking. Can't put any fixings in just because cables from the light switch go up there and also cables for the socket. So sticky back up to there. Once we're up on the ceiling line here, I'm going to be drilling obviously and putting fire clips in to take us over to there. Right, I'll get these cut because I'm scared of that music now. Get these cut and get them up. There is a bit of a gap that side, but that'll have to be filled. Wicked. So just to show you, hopefully you still can't hear that. I can, so you probably can. Disaster. Anyway, for the straight run across the ceiling and down the other side, for the fire rating, we're going to be using these. And they're little clips from D-line. Basically, they'll sit in the trunking, like that. And then you just wrap that over the cable like that, which gives us our fire rating for the escape route. Even though that door's not used, I'm still classing it as an escape route. And then we'll be fixing it with these screws. So they're K9 screws from K9 screws, Deligo, something like that, Meckham. But these are screws that you don't need the plugs for. So the concrete screws straight into the wall with those, or ceilings. I'll fix the light up with it as well because you don't need plugs or anything like that, and it's safe into plasterboard also. So get them drilled. I'm not going to be able to record a lot in here because of that, but I'll get them drilled and show you after. So our trunking, so again, you think I'd have learned by now, over a year now I've been doing this, so. Trunking goes up, across the ceiling line, and then there's our first fire clip there. So basically our cable will sit in there, and then we'll wrap those over and put the lid on. Done another one there. I'll just do probably another one about here, and then I can start on the drop down there. So just before I put this straight bit of lid on, that's what I meant when bend it over there. It also holds it in nicely as well. So we've got another one here and another one there somewhere, and then it drops down ready for our switch. So I can get that lidded up now. Yeah, just wanted to show you those fire clips that we use. They come in different sizes as well, so YT4, YT2, and then big boys as well. He's found another light. Gonna get that one changed now, but look at this lot. Oof, no idea about all of that. It's for the stage lighting and things. Quite interesting, isn't it? Look at that. Oh, nice. So I'm gonna get that light changed, and I have got to change this as well, which does the stage lighting. So that'll get changed at a later date. I'm going to count up how many I need, what I need for that, and get it ordered for the next trip here. Light's done now. I'm going to take this cover off and just see what we need to order, see where it's fed from, all that sort of stuff. But before I take the cover off, let me know if you think it'll be neat or not. I like this little challenge. I reckon it will, because everything else around it looks alright. Let me know. Pop it down below. Neat or no neat. Oh, that's not too bad. I thought it'd be neater, to be fair. That's not too bad at all, is it? Nice. It says lighting, but that's all 20 amps. So I presume they just feed these sockets and things. I don't know. I don't know at all. Oh, here. We've got floods. Back of stage, FOH chandeliers, front house probably, front bat 8 floods, back to front bat, I don't know, stage lighting. Anyway, get that back on. I can get that all ordered now. Our next job on the hit list, in these meeting rooms, there is a black spot on the Wi-Fi. There's the aircon units that we did on another video. Nice. But there's a Wi-Fi black spot in here. So what we're going to do is wire a I don't know, an access point here. So our route, we're going to go through this wall, up to the ceiling, trunk across, through that wall, which takes us into this grid, then grid through here, drill through into this ceiling. We're going to take some of these beams down because the joists go this way. We'll fish over to there, take the full length up there, and then our server and things are in that cupboard there. So we're going to be wiring that for Cat 5. Now, keep saying we, I'm on my own. It's not we anymore, it's me. I'm getting an apprentice. I've got to. Who am I going to talk to? Just look at tail talking to yourself. Oh, no, I will. Won't you, Jackie? You will. Anyway, we'll crack on. I'll crack on. I've created a little route now, so we're going to go from here, rod over to here, and then I'll go through those joists down into the cupboard. Nice. But here, we've already got some data going through. That goes straight through, if you can see it, and pops out, you can see it, look, it pops out there. So I'll just take some grid down, clip it above the ceiling in there, drill straight through, and then we're through. And then I've just got to drill back through into here, and it's just a little PoE access point. I haven't got it on me at the minute, but I can show you one. They've got quite a few around the building. So that'll plug in there, mount on the wall nicely, and it should give Wi-Fi in the meeting rooms. I've had easier jobs on my own. So halfway, about here, there was a joist going that way, so I've had to uncover that, drill through it. I've put this ceiling back up now. I've come through here, and then there's our cable hanging down. So I'm just trying to get this data cable through now. I've started drilling, but then, if you can see that, there's some twinning earth that's buried right tight across the wall. So what I'm going to do is either clip or trunk across there. I'm going to come round, down, through, and then that is where we're going to be putting the booster. So I'll come through with the cable there, and it's just like a big disc that's going to be mounted just above. So you won't see that. But yeah, this is a terrible job to be doing on your own. That hole, well, just to get that cable through, it took me like an hour and a half. Joists in the way, all of that jazz. But we're still here, we're still going. This is nearly through now, to be fair. I'll blast this in quickly. I can't do the 2 camera cables because there's a class going on in the main hall, which is where I've got to take the cables through. I'll see if they're done, but I doubt it. But yeah, we move. We're going to move on to making the end off on this. We're using the Ideal through crimper for the RJ45 sockets. RJ45, yeah. So first thing we're going to do is cut it where we want it. Next thing, this has got a little blade in there. So we'll put that on, wrap it around a couple of times, and then that'll just snap off like that without going through the cores. Then we'll straighten these out, get the core that's twisted, little flathead through the middle, pull. Nice. Get that done on all of them. Boom. And then we can look at getting them on an end. So on this crimper, which I like, is the different colour codes that we can use. So we can use A or B. In the UK, we use B. I don't know what it is in the rest of the world, or even if we use B in the UK, that's what I'll use anyway. So orange and white, orange, green and white, blue, blue and white, green, brown and white, brown. So orange and white, orange, green and white, blue, blue and white, green, brown and white, and brown. So we'll just chop the end off there that we're not going to use, and then push them. Here we go, he says push them. Push them straight through the connector, like that. Oh, take it back. Put your little rubber thing on. Should have done that first, but I forgot. So orange and white, orange, green and white, blue, blue and white, green, brown and white, brown. So get that pushed onto that. And then our crimper, we literally just push that in, squeeze down, and it chops all the ends off for us. Then we can just slide our black rubber thing over. Nice! Next thing we can do, now that both our ends are done, is test the cable. So I'm going to be putting this on the one end, and this on the other. It's on charge, the battery doesn't last on it. So, get that on the end, and then I'll test from here and show you. So I've plugged that in the other side. Next thing we're going to do, turn our tester on. There we go. So this is actually a CCTV tester, so you can test PTZs and things like that. Plug them into the top, it'll just give you the screen that the camera is showing, and you can mess with all the settings and all that jazz. So I'm going to plug this in now, go down to UTP cable test, enter, and hopefully all the numbers are going to be the same either side. And they're not. Wicked. So we've got an X on 1, then we've got 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. So something is wrong with number 1. I'll pinch down on the ends again, re-crimp them. If that doesn't work, I'll change the ends again. If not, I don't know why it's doing that. It's the reality, isn't it? Good job I tested it. I'll get the crimper back out and check the ends. So I've squeezed down on the other end. I'm just going to do the same again here. Didn't see anything wrong with the other end, to be fair. Try again. Still the same. Still the same. I'll make these ends again then, shall I? So just while I'm making this end back off again, that's why it's important to test your work. Because the only thing I can see that's wrong is one of the actual plugs is damaged or something, because all the ends look fine. I've re-crimped them and crimped them and still the same. So I'll put a new end on this side, test it again, and then put a new end on that side. If not, can't see the cab being damaged because it's literally just come out the van. And I can't see that just one would be damaged. Either that or my tester's bossed. If I re-crimp these and it still says number 1's down, there's clearly something wrong with my tester. All the cables damaged inside, which I doubt. Who knows? Who knows? Right, let's try again then, shall we? Get it plugged in. Wasn't this then? Let's try the other one. I've made them off twice. Give up. I give up. We're not putting the booster in today anyway, so what I'll do is bring my other tester, because that end seems a bit funny. Just a disaster, innit? Well, that was ridiculous, wasn't it? Oh, what a day. What a joke that day was. So, my apologies if that was a terrible video. What's he doing? Sorry, my son just come running out the house. He's run off now though. Strange guy. Yeah, so sorry about that if that was a boring video. I haven't got a clue what was going on with that cable. That roof was a nightmare to get through. I've just had a bad day. And that's that. We haven't. We move. I wasn't too bothered about not getting the camera and that done, because we're booked in to go back in a couple of weeks, so we can get that done then and change that fuse board that I showed you. So yeah, big up yourselves for returning, or big up yourselves if you're new here. If you are new here, please press that subscribe button, because we want to get to 5k by the end of the year. We're coming up on 4,300 now, so the last video did really well, to be fair. Not like this one's gonna, but yeah, big up Tradify for sponsoring the video. Like I said before, if you haven't checked that out, then do check it out with the link in the description for your free 14-day trial. And then if you're fast, use code TAXYEAR23 for the 50% off 6 months. If you're slow and you're watching this video a couple of months down the line, that won't be valid anymore, so you can use code JLC50 for 50% off your first 3 months. That camera's moving, isn't it? I'm just slowly going out of shot. It's just, everything's gone wrong today. Big up yourselves. See you later. Ta-ra.